Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
From coming back.
Well, let's see what kind of kickoff we get here, what kind of field position that the College Park team will take off. Let's see.
By the way, Coach, College Park from Conroe ISD in the Woodlands area, they are a 10-year-old high school. You and I were under the impression maybe they're a slightly younger high school. Conroe on the north side, of course.
Hadn't got much publicity in the papers or on the radio. Not much. Well, they were 3-8 last year, Charles. They were a 3-8 football team, so 3-8 football teams don't get much attention from the press. So we didn't know much about them, to be honest with you.
19-13, Pearland in the lead.
Now let's see what kind of. I want to time his hang time, Charles, on this kickoff to see.
I'd like you using that stopwatch, Coach. That's the old 1969 special. Coach Ed Biles, you punch it and you stop it with your hand. There's nothing digital about it.
But it's only a 3-second stopwatch. You don't see many of those.
No, you do not, sir. All right, Bernstein burns another one all the way toward the goal line right side. Picked up 5, brought up to the 10. Bounce outside 15-20. Watch him move down to the 30-yard line. And College Park has had a great bring-me-up all night long, Coach.
Yeah, we have about 5 seconds hang time on that kickoff, which should allow your coverage team to get down and do a pretty good job, Charles. But the College Park, pretty good return, starting on about the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see what adjustments they made here.
8:51 to go in the third period of play. Pearland leads 19-13. College Park will bring Turnquist out to quarterback once again. He's been doing a journeyman job all night long, a youngster, for the College Park Cavaliers. And they'll set the ball up on the top railroad ties, going right to left on your radio dial. Sports Talk 790.
Shotgun formation.
Twins to the near side, one far side. Turnquist in the backfield. It's going to air it out. And it is completed.
Oh, yeah.
All the way out to the 50-yard line, Coach. And he's still in bounds as he received it just before going out.
Well, it looks apparently like they're thinking and saying, well, we did a lot of running in the first half. That was a play-action pass. The quarterback faked the ball to the running back, and that really held the defensive line. Didn't get much pressure. Had time to look downfield. Great pass, great completion. First down, midfield.
Jerron Cleveland on the reception on that far side. Twins near side, one wide out far side. It's just a straight tailback dive right up the railroad ties to the 40-yard line, and a hole big enough to drive a big star forward through.
Oh, yeah.
And
a couple of big offensive linemen. Number 66, Carlos Reyes, an offensive lineman, senior offensive lineman, opened up a pretty good hole in there.
I'll tell you what, Coach, these 300-pounders playing on the offensive lines for these teams, they can run 4.7 40s. That's all steak down there. There's not a lot of flubber.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Weight programs.
Yes, sir. Trips far side, Twins near motion, man back to the far side, Turnquist in the shotgun. He's going to hold on to the ball again. This time he's going down and getting in there with another stunting tackle. It's going to be number 28, Justin Guy. What a guy, Robinson.
And they lost about a yard of play, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 3. Pretty good field position for the College Park.
7:35 to go in the third quarter of play. We are at the Rig, Pearland Stadium, where it's 19-13. Oilers by 6. So far, the only score in this second half. Twins near side, one wide far side, an 80-yard touchdown scamper for Cody Williams. Prests a tackle on the far side, gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And it's going to be Sanders getting all the way into deeper in Pearland territory.
That was a great adjustment by Sanders. The play was designed to go inside, Charles. It was 3rd down, 3 6. He saw it go up inside. He broke it to the outside and picked up a huge first down for the Cavaliers.
And wonderful blocking on that right side, too. Number 71, opening up some daylight, Joshua Dubell. That's a big kid down there, too, on that offensive line for the College Park Cavaliers. Twins near side, ball spotted top post. They're on the left side of your radio dial, rolling to the left. It's going to be Turnquist holding on to the ball, trying to turn the corner. No dice. He's carrying the ball about half the time, Coach.
Yeah, he's trying to keep her well. One thing that does usually eliminates fumbles. They'll have no ball hauling involved. So, but he lost a yard or two on that play, 2nd down and 10.
Yes, sir. Score 19-13. The Pearland Oilers in the lead. On our next opportunity, Coach, we want to talk to you once again, and we don't get an opportunity to do so enough. As a defensive coach, especially from back in the day in the 60s, you have a real insight into exactly the safest and best way for high school kids to actually tackle a ball carrier.
Well, it's just fundamental. Charles, tackling is just a fundamental situation, and most of the time, kids get hurt because they put their head down instead of keeping their heads up. If you get yourself in a football position and you keep that head up, that is very hard for you to hurt your neck. But when you get that head down, you get the implications. That's where you have a lot of the head injury. Basic fundamentals that all high school coaches should be teaching. Start to practice with head-on, side tackles, et cetera, et cetera. Third down.
3rd down and 11. Trips far side, 1 near.
Roll out.
It's going to be a little rollout reverse as we come back near side down to the 20-yard line. Still on his feet. Ball almost attempted to be loosed by Pearland, but I'll tell you what, that was an inside draw play getting all the way down to the 20, and hats off number 24 for the, I'll tell you what, that's going to be Michael Williams on the carry that time.
Huge first down. Good call by the offensive coach. The quarterback rolls out like they're going to roll out to play to the right. Everybody rolls to the right. The receivers lead back, but the one back sits right in his position at the halfback position. Quarterback hands it to him. He comes back to the backside. That's the 2nd time they've run that with great success.
Now with a straight I formation under center. First time they've used that pattern in this game, and it's just a straight 3-yard carry right over center for the College Park Cavaliers. And, Coach, they look like they're not going to be satisfied on this drive until they get into the pay station.
Fundamental football right now. They're using the clock. This is exactly what I said pregame, that they want to run the football. If they can run the football, they can win this football game. They're not a very good passing attack, and so far on this drive, they're accomplishing just exactly what they want to do.
One thing Coach Carson has done in the halftime locker room is get the Cavaliers the one fundamental they had to really take a sticking to, and that is to keep on to the football. That's going to be Sanders taking the handoff, goes right up the low railroad ties to the 10-5 into the pay station. Touchdown, and that's exactly what we were just talking about, Coach. Holding onto the ball and goes into the end zone.
Charles, that was a great run by Sanders. I'm going to tell you something. That play was stopped in the backfield, juked, he jived, he went one side, went to the other, cut back, and wound up getting in the end zone. Great running play by A.J. Sanders. Wow.
All right here on AM Sports Talk 790 KBME Houston. And now they're going to go for a 1-point PAT. Zachary Collins with the 20-point attempt. The snap is down, the kick is up, and this time Collins is faultless. It's GOOD good, and Coach, we've got another 1-point game. College Park, 20-19.
Trade touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter, 4 minutes, 30. That was a great drive. Great answer to the touchdown that Pearland has just scored previous. So they come back and use the clock, did exactly what they wanted with the running game.
Yes, sir. We'll be right back for kickoff right after this break. You're listening to CMC High School football right here on Sports Talk 790.
Arlen's Market, where the vegetables are never on the tired side. Owner Ames Arlen always aims to please his customers. Family owned and operated for over 20 years.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie, and we'd like to thank you for a fantastic year.
Texan is one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation, thanks to all of our great fans.
So now it's time for the model year closeout.
Every 2014 has to go, and you won't find a better deal in Texas.
Get a new Buick Enclave or a new Buick LaCrosse for just $299 a month.
Or get 0% interest for 60 months. Get these great deals and more at our model year end closeout.
Texan GMC Buick on Highway 59 in Will Clayton.
Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Charles McCullough back with Coach Ed Biles. I'll tell you what, Coach, if you ever felt like the bats Alfarb is somewhere in the Houston area, I'll tell you. The most interesting man in the world, they call him. But in any case, we want to tell you that with 20-19 the score now, the Cavaliers again have a 1-point lead.
Okay, now let's see, Charles, whether Pearland is awake or aware of this short lob kickoff that we've seen here a couple times. And they start this third quarter that was executed perfectly by College Park to get the ball. Let's see whether we see it again. Now, this time they may go deep because the adjustment that they're making now, they got their 2 deep receivers lined up on the 20-yard line. Now would be the perfect time to kick a deep because they'd have to go back. Let's see whether College Park takes advantage of the adjustment that the Pearland team has made. They have been kicking that high lob kick so far. Let's see what they do it again this time.
All right, Collins has shown a propensity to take a page out of Bernstein for Pearland's book and get the job done with his foot. And this time it's going to be a high one, doesn't go deep.
Oh, very bad.
And it might give Pearland decent field position.
No, that was a poor job right that time. So they made the adjustment that College Park saw what they're doing. And the ball would have went out of bounds, and then they had to take the ball up the 40. That was a not a very good play by the Pearland athlete who went back and caught the ball. They're going to start the ball, and they did try to kick the ball a little bit deeper because of the adjustment that Pearland had made. Special teams coach for College Park doing a great job in this ball game.
Okay, it's going to be Jacob Whitehead now at quarterback for the Pearland Oilers. They have a pro set formation, 2 slots set left. Blumrick going to be handing off. It's going to be a huge opening down to the 50, sidelines to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown all over again for the Pearland Oilers. I'll tell you what, that's precisely what happened the last time, Coach. And I'm going to tell you something. It is virtually, this time for the Pearland Oilers, number 4 on the carry, going all the way in.
Davier.
Your man, Davier Pinkston.
Back-to-back 80-yard touchdown.
Wow. Woo. 4.5 40-yard dash speed. That's a 90-second burst into the pay station, Coach. My goodness.
That's back-to-back 80-yard runs on running plays. Woo.
I'll tell you what, 4:24 to go, and the Pearland Oilers now making it instant, turning into a wild horse race.
Charles,
25-20.
Charles, they got to think about going for 2 here, I would think. Yeah, they got to, because a one-pointer does you no good. They got to go for 2, Charles. They're going for 2.
Coach Heath going for 2 points. Trips to the near side. Motion man back far side. Whitehead, we've got, looks like a motion call perhaps.
Boy, oh boy.
And that'll bring it back 5. And
timeout.
Actually, they're calling a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to CMC High School Football on Sports Talk 790.
C-Bar Contractors, Texas' most
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie, during our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
We have over 500 Rams to choose from, like new Ram 1500 Lone Star Cruise for just $329 a month. Or we have Ram 3500s for $37,900.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram located at 59 in Will Clayton or shop 24/7. TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Ron Carter, Clear Lake on the Gulf Freeway South, just past the
Pearland Oilers will see if they can go for 2, Coach, and see if they can increase their lead. Twins near side, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's not going to get anywhere. It's going to be wrapped up and dropped like a bad habit back at about the 8-yard line.
Well, 5-point lead.
Well, 25-20.
Odd score.
I'll tell you what, the College Park defense, when they had to, as Malore getting in there that time and helping out on that stop, and also assisting with it, was Sean Mulligan and Malore. So if you want more, you got it right here when it comes to exciting high school football. As Coach Dr. Davis said at halftime, if you come to the Rig, you're going to get a great football game.
Oh, yeah. It's always exciting, always interesting. Great place for football. Pearland people show up. Pretty good sized crowd on Pearland side. The band over on the College Park there. Not many people drove the long way from the other side of town down here for this Thursday night football game.
And by the way, there's a special reason why they're actually playing Thursday here for the first Pearland game. The Santa Fe Indians and the Alvin Yellow Jackets actually are going to play here at the Rig tomorrow night. It'll be a home game for the Santa Fe Indians, and that's why they're playing tonight, because Santa Fe's field is still being constructed.
Pretty nice of Pearland to agree to that.
Yes, sir. And Alvin of course, offered to make it a home game for Alvin. Santa Fe said no, so they're playing here tomorrow night. That's why Pearland's playing tonight.
Playing neutral field, not home
yes,
field.
sir.
All right, let's see where the kickoff
That's
goes.
going to be Bernstein. He'll probably burn another one deep, and it's going to be a high end over end, taking it to 5. Brought up to the 10, outside 15, cut back inside near the 20, no dice. Garcia's got the ball. Coach uses that powerful leg strength to try to move forward, but it's going to be brought down at about the 18-yard line.
Great coverage by the Pearland special teams. That got down at that time. And again, the ball was in the air, Charles, for about 4 seconds. That gives you time to get down to coverage of that, put the ball in the end zone. Now, got them backed up pretty good. Let's see whether the Pearland defense or whether the College Park offense takes charge right now with 4:17 to go in the third quarter.
With a score of 25-20, the Pearland Oilers up by a handful. And it will be Turnquist and the College Park Cavaliers to see if they can try an 80-yard drive of their own. So the Twins out far side, one of the near side ball spotted in the top post. It's going to be a keeper for Turnquist. He had men going left and right, and he took it up 50% of the time. He's been doing that anyway for maybe a gain of 1.
Slot receiver came back this way. Running back went the other way, but he said, I'm not going to give it to anyone. I'm going to keep it myself. But he didn't do any good. 2nd and 9.
Yes, sir. With just under 4 minutes to go in the third period of play, 25-20, Pearland by 5. Charles McCuller along with Coach Ed Biles, Gerald Sanchez, and the most interesting man in the world, Twins near side, one far. This time Turnquist.
Tried to give it that fullback inside. They had great success with, and now we're going to come up with, I think, a big third down play here for College Park, Charles. I think this is huge here. We've got 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's going to be third down and about 7. And if College Park doesn't make this, they're going to be forced to punt the ball. Pearland will get good position. Pearland has scored on the last 2 positions. Huge third down play, I think, for College Park.
Pearland, 90% of the time on their defensive stands has been stand out. They've been suffocating and playing precisely according to their spec. Turnquist with a pass. That's going to be caught at the 35. Tries to open up the field to about the 38-yard line, but they will get a first down and 10, and that's what they needed.
That was a huge first down. No pressure on the quarterback. He was able to stand back there, wait for the man to get open in the middle field. That was a big play in this football game for College Park.
Chandler Altieri on the reception. And they'll bring the ball up to the 37-yard line. Twins near. One out to the far side. A straight I formation under center. Turnquist takes the snap. It's going to be handed off fullback, but unfortunately, ball looks like it's on the carpet, and the Pearland Oilers have picked up the pumpkin and have new life in College Park territory to see if they can build on a 5-point lead.
Well, you know, the amazing part about that, and that's football, College Park just made a huge first down, and it looks like they're going to get themselves out of that hole, but the fumble now gives Pearland great position. Remember now, Charles, last 2 possessions, Pearland 80 yards by Williams, 80 yards by Pinkston. Let's see what they do with the running game here with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. It's a huge series, both teams right now. Pearland scores a touchdown. That means the 2 scores for College Park. College Park can hold them. Obviously, that's way to their advantage.
Yes, sir, and as we see so often, the team that's got momentum with the last 4 minutes to go in the third generally is able to control the tempo going into the fourth for a good ways. Let's see if Pearland can be that team. Twins far side, one of the near side. We've got a slot over to the left. It's going to be inside handoff, but right there is the College Park D after the tailback dive. No dice. And that's number 4 on the carry for Pearland, but maybe picked up one. Davier Pinkston, who scored that second 80-yard scamper for Pearland that gives them now the 25-20 lead.
The substitution confusion on the Pearland sideline there. Okay, but they got it straightened out.
Trips to the near side, 1-1 out far side. In the shotgun is going to be Whitehead. Takes the snap. He's going to, tries to elude 1 or 2 tacklers, but no dice. He gets hit by 1, 2, 3 kamikazes from the College Park secondary, and he goes down with a 2-yard loss.
Great job at the blitz at the right time. 43, Son Milligan, a linebacker blitz, and that's a huge loss, a great defensive play. So it's going to be 3rd down now, Charles, and 14, and right now it doesn't look like Pearland is going to take advantage of that fumble.
A score for Pearland would really help them. Neither team has had more than a touchdown lead. In fact, neither team has had a single touchdown lead over the other this entire game. It's just been a matter of digits and points.
Blitz again,
Trips near
linebacker
one
blitz.
far. It's going to be Whitehead looking. He's going to be trying to elude another gang of tacklers and will not be able to, as he'll be sacked again for another 2-yard loss by the same assortment of College Park Cavs.
Well, to give College Park defense a lot of credit. They went in there, overcome the advantage of the fumble, and the Oilers will be forced to punt. That was a huge defensive stand there for.
Wasn't it really, though? Wow.
That was could have been a turning point if Pearland had been able to go and get some points. They're not. They're going to punt the ball, and the clock is running. We're underneath 1 minute here in the 3rd quarter.
Coach, the 2 standouts for College Park on D, Sean Milligan, number 43, and Peyton Melior, number 44, have really been carrying the load. As back deep near the 5-yard line, Sanders for College Park. Bernstein kicks it right to him. He's going to drop the ball, picked up by Pearland. That's going to be a fumble, and the Oilers will have the ball at the 8-yard line, Coach. Wow!
Back-to-back fumbles by the College Park football team has given the Oilers the opportunity to kind of break this game wide open. Wow.
I'll tell you, the College Park defense spending too much time on the field. They kept to carry a 500-pound load to be credited with 1, and now they're going to have to be backed up to do it all over again. Coach, you get tired after a while.
1st and goal on the 7-yard line. If this defense can hold this to a field goal, they will have done an outstanding job. Awful hard for them to do that there, but that was a huge play for the Oilers.
Well, the Pearland Oilers will have an opportunity now if they can get into the pay station.
Timeout by Coach Heath.
Got a timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to CMC High School football right here on Sports Talk 790.
McLean Trailer.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Drive.
Dealership and sell you.
Okay, it's 1st and goal for the Pearland Oilers. That's going to be Whitehead inside, handoff 5, and he's into the end zone with pure leg strength and plenty of push to go with it. Touchdown, Pearland.
Well, just a straight ahead handoff to the fullback. I think the defense was not quite ready to go back on that field right then. That's about backbuster there for the that 2 fumbles. You know, you can't. It's very hard right now. Woodlands College Park has had 4 fumbles in the football game, and also a bad snap that resulted in a safety. Very hard to overcome. Very hard to overcome that. And they're going for 2, 31-20. They're going for 2-point conversion here. Go ahead, Charles.
All right, that was Isaiah Cheney on the score, Coach. And it's going to be Whitehead. He's in trouble going for 2. He's going to be dropped back like a bad habit near the 9-yard line. Trying to find an opening to throw a frozen rope to somebody in the end zone. But in any case, 31-20, Oilers will take an 11-point lead.
And it puts them in position of 2 scores. They need 2 scores to get back in the ball game now.
College Park does. Right now, we'll take this time out, come back. You're listening to CMC High School football right here on Sports Talk 790.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night, we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
Charles McCullough back along with Coach Ed Biles at the Rig at Pearland Athletic Complex in Pearland in our first high school football game of the 2015 season, and it's turned into a doozy. Pearland, with some effort and difficulty, has finally taken Coach a 31-20 lead.
Yeah, they've been aided by 4 fumbles by the College Park football team. But, you know, the turnover is usually the battle of turnovers. A team that makes the fewest usually wins at almost any level. And a lot of pressure is put on your defense when you turn that ball over on the 7-yard line, things of that nature. It's almost after being out there a long time in this second half. So a lot of pressure on the College Park offense on this one, Charles.
High end over and taken at the end zone, brought up 5, 10, 15, 20. Snowed under and pushed back to the 18-yard line. Sanders once again unable to get past his own red zone, but decent field position just the same for a very talented College Park offense.
Well, that again shows you the value of having a Bernstein as your kicker. That was a high kick, and they didn't even get the ball back out the 20-yard line. So College Park starts deep in their own territory. First down, their offense is almost extremely important to do something in this series because one play will be into the fourth quarter. They need 2 scores, so they can't afford to give any more turnovers.
I'll tell you what, last 3 touchdowns, Cody Williams and Devia Pinkston and Chase Foster on the scamper that gave Pearland a 31-20 bulge that time. So we've got Turnquist right under center, offset I formation, handoff tailback, tries to zig and zag around the near side, but picks up maybe 2.
And the last play of the third quarter.
And at the end of the third quarter of play, it's 31-20 Pearland. We'll take this timeout and start the fourth quarter of play. You're listening to CMC High School football on Sports Talk 790.
This portion of
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
Park playing each other very competitively. Pearland has lost the lead at least twice. They've all been by singleton digit margins, but they've recouped the lead now and for the first time have made it a 2-score necessity for College Park.
12 minutes to go here. Opening ball game, August the 27th. Hard to believe we played football in August, Charles.
One wide to the near side, one wide far side, ball spotted on the top post, I formation. It's going to be Turnquist. Slip screen, gets it off. It's caught and gets out to about the 36-yard line. And that was a really nice reception by Dominique Garcia.
Again, back to that play-action pass. Fake the running play. They've been doing all that running. Fake the running play. Holds the defensive lineman. Holds the linebacker. Receiver got wide open. Uh-oh. Is there a flaggy on the play or an injured player? There's an injured player. First injury we've had down on the field, Charles.
Well, and we're always fortunate to be able to relate that God's blessings always prevail with young men, is almost always just tended to, and 99% of the time turns out to simply be in a cramped situation. And this being the first game of the season, that would be understandable, especially as hot as it's been. And Coach Biles, let's analyze for just a second this third quarter. Pearland has been able to take the lead and do it convincingly, probably to the point of being able to stake a claim to a win in this game, assuming what on behalf of College Park?
3 touchdowns in the third quarter. That's
yes,
a lot
sir.
of points.
That
score,
says a
score
lot.
in one quarter. Puts an awful lot of pressure on the College Park's offense, and then College Park's offense, primarily a running game, had a little success with play-action passes, but when you put 3 touchdowns on the board in the third quarter, and the injured player is getting off, he's walking off the field, which is always a great sign. He looks like he'd almost be ready to get back in and play after this play. But right now, the pressure is on College Park. This possession, this time they got the ball, they almost need to put points on the board, and we'll see whether they resort to the running game or the play-action pass.
I'll tell you what, 2 back-to-back 80-yard touchdowns for Pearland, Cody Williams and Davier Pinkston. And then Chase Foster with a 6-yard scamper. Inside handoff, tailback busting through across the 50, 40 down to the 35, 30, 25, 20 on the sideline, 15, 10, 5 out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. That's Sanders taking it all the way down to the 5.
Well, again, that inside running play that they've had great success with, and that's their football, Charles. Run the ball. They get it in the end zone here, they're right back into this football game.
Coach, when somebody hands you a pigskin, you got to run with it, either one way or the other.
All right, here they are. I formation.
Turnquist with that straight eye, no offset. One wide near and far handoff tailback, but the ball is right over him. Red beans on Rice.
Came back with the same play.
Yes,
play.
sir.
Fullback lead inside, give the ball to the tailback, but they lost about a yard on this play.
2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line. The problem for College Park for the first time in this game is that they must score twice to offset the Oilers, and the Oilers may yet score again. We've got 11:07 to go in the football game. It's 31-20 Pearland currently. But we'll size up now with a slight offset to the eye, fullback left, 1 wide near and far. And it's going to be Turnquist.
And the fullback again, hand the ball fullback.
Yes, sir.
Stopped for no gain, 3rd down.
Fullback slanting from the offset left, going right, and he's downed at the 5. Maybe picks up the original lost yardage, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 5.
Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a play-action pass. Fake the running play, quarterback roll out somewhere and try to find somebody in the end zone.
Every now and then, maybe 1 out of every 4 plays, that big offensive line for College Park opens up a pretty good-sized hole for Turnquist. And it looks like Turnquist is going to try to do it himself, but boy, is he going to be tomahawked right at the 4-yard line, Coach.
Quarterback keeper, and he was nailed that time. You got little cobwebs in that brain right now. All right, Charles, 4th down.
Number 16, Derek Parrish. Perish the thought. He
Huge
was right there with the stop.
Huge play for College Park here, Charles. 4th down, 3. Under 10 minutes in the 4th quarter of this football game.
Incredible effort
and they're talking it over a little bit. They better hurry up now. They got the clock to worry about.
Yes, sir.
I formation, basic formation.
Pearland D on
There's a
goal
quarterback
line,
keeper.
and it's going to be intercepted by the Pearland Oilers. A little bootleg pattern brought back still on his feet. Cross the 40, midfield down to the 44-yard line in College Park territory. Wow, that's incredible.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
What a big interception. What a huge interception.
My goodness gracious animal. Wow.
Wow, that was a great football play there. Get the number, Charles. See if we can pick up the number.
Number 44, I believe, Coach Eddie Biles.
Number 34, that would have been. There's no
No,
number 30.
44 is going to be Mr. Chase Kiesler. Chase Kiesler. 44 for the Pearland Oilers
34.
coach.
I thought it was 34. All right. Pearland got the ball.
All right, the Oilers
Yeah,
on the march now to the left side.
Awful. Last three possessions, College Park. Fumble, interception. Very hard to run.
5 turnovers in this game, Coach.
And then also the bad snap.
Right.
Same as a turnover.
It resulted in points, a safety, 2 points for Pearland, so that was a productive turnover for Pearland's benefit.
College Park defense been after a long time. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Pearland score another one.
Trips near side, one wide out to the far side, and it looks like we might have
motion in the ocean.
Either that or a possible timeout. Let's see what we've got here.
Now it's penalty against.
Look like it's backfield in motion. Going to have to penalize you. Back to about.
Well, that was a huge play by the defensive players of the Pearland Oilers. Coming up
Well, I'll
with them
tell
at the
you
right
what.
time.
Pearland showing incredible sideline speed, too, Coach. You give them a groove and a seam, they're going to stitch it up.
About 5 fumbles to 2, 5 turnovers.
Yes,
That's
sir.
not including that bad snap.
So we'll have Twins near side, ball spotted top post. Pro set formation. That's going to be Blumrick back in. Inside handoff, busting right down the railroad ties, 20-15 to the 10-yard line. It did a somersault and tried to still keep going.
That's your boy, Debiar.
Davier Pinkston, laissez le bon temps rouler, Coach Edmonds.
Like I said, that defense spent a lot of time out there. First down.
Oh, hurry up offense. Trips near side, Coach. No huddle. One far side. Oilers want to strike now, strike big, hard, fast, and get it done. Swing pass caught. About to the 10-yard line. Still on its feet. Dives forward to about the 7-yard line. Pearland eager for another score.
Well, the big things happen right now. The clock is going to be a big factor in Pearland's favor. We're going to be down about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter of the ball game. They're up by 11, threatening to get some more points on the ball game. And awful long way right now for College Park to come back on the road, first game of the year.
Second and goal. And a 2nd and 5, not 2nd and goal. All right,
keeper.
Quarterback keeper busting forward, getting down to the 5, maybe inside to close to the 4-yard line.
Now it might be 1st and goal.
Yes, sir.
Let's see where they put it.
Pearland Oilers have 2 Cracker Jack quarterbacks, Coach. They've got Jacob Whitehead and they've got Mr. Blumrick, and both of them can get the job done.
Well, we've talked about 22-6A, Charles. One of the toughest divisions in the state.
Yes, sir. We've got a pro set formation. It's going to be inside handoff, getting down to about the 3 or 4 yard line.
The big thing, that's the first down. Going to be 1st and goal, and the clock is rolling, all in favor of Pearland right now.
Jacob Whitehead in at quarterback. Pearland now, and I'll tell you what, Coach, 3rd down and 2, but they can make another
I thought
first
they
down.
made the first down. I thought they made the first down. Evidently they didn't.
4th and 1, they're going to go
For the field goal.
for the field goal. This time, I'd say odds on Bernstein would be
I'm betting on Bernstein.
a real good bet to burn it right on through.
Let's see. Snap and hold is the important thing.
The snap and
Snap
the
by
hold.
the center. Good snap and good hold, and he makes it if he does. Good snap.
Snap
good hold.
down, the kick is up, almost blocked, but it this time
Good.
levies the uprights, and we've got now a 34-20 ball game. That's a 2-touchdown plus lead for Pearland. We take this time out. You're listening to CMC High School football right here on Sports Talk 790.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie, and we'd like to thank you for a fantastic year.
Texan is one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation, thanks to all of our great fans.
So now it's time for the model year closeout.
Ever 2014 has to go, and you won't find a better deal in Texas.
Get a new Buick Enclave or a new Buick LaCrosse for just $299 a month.
Or get 0% interest for 60 months. Get these great deals and more at our model year end closeout.
Texan GMC Buick on Highway 59 in Will Clayton.
Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com.
We treat you better.
In 1975, BMW sparked a revolution with the 3 Series. 40 years later, it's still the and in customer service. Lease the 2015 320i sedan for only $2. Clearlake.com.
At kickoff, and Coach, the Oilers will boot it from the 25-yard line.
15-yard penalty, whatever it was for. We didn't catch it. We didn't see the signals give it, but
yes, sir. It looked like it sounded like a late hit on number 54 for Pearland as I was listening to it. But
Pearland had the ball. Pearland kicked a field goal. I don't know what happened. To be honest with you.
Yes, sir. In any case, the points are still on the board for the Oilers, and they're kicking off. It's 34-20. High end over in, Oilers leading by 14. It's going to be a high end over in, picked up, dropped, picked back up again to the 20, 25, bust outside, 30, 35, 40, on his feet, still outside to about the 45-yard line. And College Park has always found a way to make, I'll tell you what, lemonade out of lemons.
Boy, Charles, again, we're talking about
carry-ups.
We're talking about this kicker. He kicked that ball from the 25-yard line all the way down to the 20-yard line, which is a great kick. The return was because of poor tackling. He did a great job, but College Park now going to take over about the 42-yard line. 6:30 to go in the game, and they've got to put the ball up in the air. Don't think they can rely on the running attack now. They come from behind.
Yes, sir. With the way Pearland is, you sense that the momentum and the enthusiasm and the winds are all in the sails of the Pearland Oilers right now. It'll be very tough for College Park to come back, but hey, that's why they play 4 full quarters.
That's right, exactly right.
Trips near, 1 wide out far side, ball spotted on the top post. College Park, shotgun snap, air it out, square out pattern far side, and
that ball was tipped, I believe.
Yes, sir.
By the defensive end over there, and maybe it's incomplete. Yeah,
incomplete.
Yeah, ball was tipped. I thought by the defensive end, couldn't hit far side of the field, but 2nd and 10.
With 6:25 to go in the football contest, it's 34-20. The Pearland Oilers leading by 2 full touchdowns now.
And Pearland going to put some pressure on that quarterback probably.
Yes, sir. Turnquist has been in there all game long, and options it out far side, but the Oilers are all over him with 5 tacklers.
About 7-yard loss on the play. You're going to come up now with the
yes, sir. I'll tell you what.
3rd down and probably about 17. And
Sanders on the pitch, but he got nowhere.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 17 or 15 probably. Clock running under 6 minutes when they select this play. I sang the song much earlier,
yes, sir.
And I think I was right about it.
You sang the song, Coach. Quite well. Willie would be proud. Turn out the lights. Twins near, 1 wide out to the far side, and Turnquist.
Oh, rollout
a little bit of a rollout draw, running around 40 down to the 44-yard line. The Oilers read it a little bit better this time, Coach.
Yeah, but they picked up pretty good yardage, and I got a feeling that Coach Carson is going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down, Charles. He's got nothing to lose particularly. It's 4th down. The clock is running, 5.5 minutes in the game, down by 2 touchdowns. He's got a 3rd down, and is there a penalty on the play?
We've got a flag that's been thrown.
Oh, boy.
Looks like a holding penalty assessed against College Park, and that's something they definitely don't need right now.
Well, they didn't need that. They did a pretty good job of picking up some yardage on that play, but they're going to walk off this 10 yards against them.
I would say there have not been more than 6 flags thrown in this entire game, so it's been a relatively penalty-free game.
Wow. I can't count this high, Charles. It's 3rd down, 10, 20, almost 30 yards, 28 yards to go here. Woo, there's not many of those in your playbook.
5 minutes and 33 seconds to go, especially when you've got less than 6 minutes.
Screen pass would be a good call here because you know that the Pearland defensive lineman is going to go after him. Screen pass would be a good call, but that's hard to execute at the high school level.
We've talked about the big height that the Pearland Oiler quarterback
He sacked
6'3", 6'4".
Oh, he got away
and
from
we've
him.
got the young man Turnquist for College Park going maybe about 5'7", Coach. He's got 6'5" defensive ends all over him.
Well,
and he's been doing a good job, but those slip screen passes have been harder for him.
Well,
to
the defensive line of Pearland just said, "Go get the quarterback." They did. It's going to be 4th down and probably 25. Punting situation, and just a matter of time now before this one goes in the books for the Oilers.
Yes, sir, indeed, especially insofar as the clock continuing to roll, and Pearland will have possession of the ball once again.
Well, they're going to punt the ball, probably get it in pretty good field position. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pearland may have too many players on the field. 2, 4.
Oilers with Cheney back near the 40, high end over end.
Just get away from it. You just want the football. Don't take a chance on anything here.
Just let it go all the way out near the, one of the
5, 6, 7,
punts
8,
that Collins would like to have back if possible.
Well, yeah,
for College Park.
I'm sorry, Charles. We got 4:25. Pearland's got the ball at midfield. It's going to be awful hard for anything positive to happen. Then College Park needs a turnover, and Pearland usually doesn't do much of that.
Yes, sir.
Pearland's had 1 fumble, 2 fumbles in the ball game. Versus about 6 turnovers for College Park.
6 turnovers, including a safety given up to Pearland, which gave the Oilers 2 points at that juncture. So that's something that in this game 1, the non-district football season, College Park will need to work on. So we've got Mr. Blumrick back in at quarterback for the Oilers, taking over for Whitehead. So Blumrick, low snap, 5-yard drop back, good blocking, airs it out on the fly, and it is.
That's interference.
We're going to have defensive interference near the 15-yard line.
Coach Tony Heath going for the throat on that one, Charles.
That's Cody Williams, the intended receiver, and he got into a bumper car intersection down there.
There's going to be an interference call against Coach Heath going for the throat on the play.
Well. Got $4.20 left in this football game. It's 34-20. Pearland. This hasn't been an easy game for Pearland to win, but now that they've taken this full 2-touchdown lead, I don't think they're going to give it up.
You know, Charles, at the end of the year, they don't ask you how, they ask you how many.
That's right.
And this will be one number 1 win for Pearland and number 1 loss for Woodlands College
They'll be
Park.
0-1. That's the bottom line.
15-yard penalty on pass interference at the high school level, so they got the ball 35-yard line now. 1st and 10 with 4:20 to go.
And so Pearland setting up shop at the 35-yard line of College Park from the Conroe Independent School District. It's a Woodlands High School inside the Conroe ISD, so that's a growing Jesse up there, if you will. All right. Pro set formation, Twins far side. Blumrick at quarterback. He's still got the ball. He's just holding on to it at this juncture, and most importantly, eating the clock down.
Yeah, the clock next play will be under 4 minutes remaining in the game. And clock continues to run. 2-touchdown lead, 34-20.
I'll tell you what, Coach, 100-degree weather that you've had to spend. Pearland, for some reason, when you watch the evening news locally, seems like the heat index is always 108 in Pearland. But for some reason, you get the sense fall's in the air, humidities are lowering down a little bit, and so fall
Not being a meteorologist, Charles, I cannot discuss that. I know my shortcomings.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, I think 5-yard drop back, Blumrick holding up, scampering outside, toss sweep, and take it down to about the 28-yard line. Pearland coach continuing to let the clock roll down, and this will be a 1-0 start for Coach Heath and the Oilers.
Next snap will be underneath 3 minutes here, 3:15 with the clock running, and Coach Heath milking the clock a little bit, taking a little time, calling the plays in, and which is obviously 20 seconds on the play clock, and the clock will be under 3 minutes before they get this next play off.
That was Foster on the carry that time. Got triplets to the near side. And Blumrick in the backfield with a split right, takes the snap, 5-yard drop back looking, and he's going to try to air that. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Pearland. Oilers coach to the 19-yard line.
Andrew Blanchard, number 24, senior wide receiver, picks up the big 1st down. When the chains are spotted, the clock will move, and 2:48 right now.
And they are inside the red zone of College Park once again. Coach, if they go into the 40s, this will be a something that could be determined a blowout, if you will. That's going to be a slant pass, aired over the near side. Tailback, excuse me. Right up the low railroad ties. Picks up maybe 2. They're just eating the clock down, Coach.
Yeah, clock running right now. 2nd down, probably about 5 or so.
hungry enough for a touchdown if they can get it.
Well,
but right now, Coach Heath is comfortable enough just to eat the clock down.
Well, if they run the ball, they'll be under 2 minutes at the end of this play. Clock is running, still 20 seconds on the play clock and 2:07 on the game
And Coach
clock,
Ed Miles, as you and I have observed with Coach Heath through the years, one of the best high school clock managers in Texas coaching. Ocean man back for the far side. And we've got a slant right.
No, we haven't.
Going down to the 10 to the 5. Did he get into the pay station?
Went out of bounds. Went out of bounds at about the 1 or 2
about the
yard
1 yard line. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Looked like he handled it inside. Gave us the receiver come from the outside and running play. And, well, once again, we're probably going to see Pearland score here.
And that's your man, Coach Davier Pinkston. So down to about the 1 yard line.
First and goal, 1:44 to go. Let's see where they finally
Davier Pinkston, laissez le bon temps rouler. Ball
Yep.
be spotted at about the 1 yard line. And
look at the man on the board.
It's
great.
Gerald is his first initial G for genius. And we've got Gerald. We've also got the most interesting man in the world.
Genius. Whoa.
Yes, sir. Motion man back far side after the Twins, and it's going to be...
Oh, good tackle. Very good tackle over on the outside there. They lost about 2 or 3 yards on the play.
College Park showing
Good job.
incredible defensive penetration.
Clock
Getting in
running.
there on the counter trap pattern.
1:20, the clock is running.
Santiago Alvarez on the stop for as he drops Pinkston once again over at the 5 yard line. But the Oilers right now, Coach, will have less than 1 minute to go in this game with the next snap. So we'll have Twins to the near side, and it's going to be Blumrick. 5 yard drop back looking, and he's going in. Touchdown, Pearland Oilers, Coach.
Threw the ball down the field, touchdown, and that's not surprising at that stage of the ball game.
That'll be 40-20 now with the PAT to follow. I'll tell you what, these Pearland Oilers, Coach, have shown in this game 1 of the season 2 great weapons. Blumrick and they've got 2 great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You know,
And
they got
good-
Whitehead and Blumrick. They could both carry the ball. They can both throw the ball. And they could both score the points on their own if they have to. PAT is good for Bernstein. It's 41-20, and
54 seconds to go in the ball game.
And we'll take this timeout. You're listening to CMC High School football on Sports Talk 790.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie, and we'd like to thank you for a fantastic year.
Texan is one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation, thanks to all of our great fans.
So now it's time for the model year closeout.
Every 2014 has to go, and you won't find a better deal in Texas.
Get a new Buick Enclave or a new Buick LaCrosse for just $299 a month.
Or get 0% interest for 60 months. Get these great deals and more at our model year-end closeout.
Texan GMC Buick on Highway 59 in Will Clayton.
Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com.
We treat you better.
We're going to kick, or Cody is going to, Bernstein is going to kick off from the 45-yard line.
Of College Park.
I wonder if he can kick a field goal 55-yard.
Be a 55-yard.
I won't count, obviously.
I don't know if the day will ever come when, if you split the uprights on a kickoff, either this or that side of the 50, if it would ever count for points, but maybe the day will come. Who knows?
Well, let's see how far he kicks this one. This is going to be interesting. Well, Coach may say just, don't kick it real far because we'll no return, but let's see what he does here.
And we've got a booming kick, high end over end.
Into the end zone.
Just kicks it into the end zone. They'll take it out at the 20.
Yeah.
Sanders will kneel it.
Good smart play. I'm trying to interrupt. Good smart play by the Woodland youngster down in the ball. He was 8 yards deep in the end zone. You got to realize 8 yards, you got to run 28 yards before you make a positive yard. So that's a good smart play by that youngster. And 54 seconds to go here. And obviously this one belongs to Pearland. They go 1-0. Woodland's 0-1.
We've got a very interesting 22-6A district, however, Coach, because of the fact that we've got incredibly strong teams, Pearland, Dawson, Manville, but then there's several other teams which generally involve laughers, 55-0 scores. Now, that's not to say that they, in the Pasadena ISD, but that's not to say that those schools won't be competitive as well, because you never know when a Pasadena or a South Houston or a Sam Rayburn, if you don't play your best game, if you're a Pearland or a Manville, you could have a problem with it.
It's awful hard for the inner city schools, so to speak, Charles, to do anything. Penalty against Pearland, sportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty.
43 seconds to go in the game.
Doesn't mean anything. Yellow flanky down there. But getting back to what you're talking about, these three schools, Manville and Pearland and Dawson, are all getting bigger, getting more students. Pearland's got 3,490 in their high school. For instance, and look at Woodlands College Park, they got 2,700. You're looking at a couple 1,700 more students to pick out of. You got to get a few pretty good football players out there.
And Coach, we're talking
game.
Manville with 11 or a dozen kids, NCAA prospects.
Yes, very good.
Offset I formation, fullback left, and rolling far side.
Just
We've got play action to about the 48-yard line.
Coach Carson just running the ball. He realizes this is over. It's history. Get on the bus, go back home, get ready for next week's opponent.
Yes, sir.
They just got to recover. They got to overcome. You cannot fumble the football. They have 5 fumbles and the bad punt snap. You just can't overcome that normally.
Yes, sir. With 17 seconds to go now. Slight offset to the I fullback left.
Should be the last play of the
tail back to the 50-yard line.
That'll be the last play of the game, Charles.
And that'll conclude the ball game, doubtlessly. And Coach, down to 2-1-0. The game is over, and the Pearland Oilers have defeated the College Park Cavaliers.
Second half football game for Pearland. They scored 29. College Park scored 7.
41-20, but in the first half, the College Park Cavaliers had their moments, but at the end of the day, the Oilers ruled the day and the night.
At the end of the day, they killed themselves by it wasn't so much, apparently you got to Pearland for doing it, but the turnovers, they killed them. You kill yourself with turnovers.
6 turnovers for the College Park Cavaliers, including a 2-point safety given up to Pearland. We're going to take this local timeout, and we'll be right back, Coach, for some concluding comments and set up tomorrow night's broadcast on Sister Station, AM 950. You're listening to CMC High School Football on Sports Talk 790.
LaPorte Mitsubishi on
And the Pearland Oilers in game one, finding that in order to come back, they could only do so if they took College Park 1 point for a lead at a given time. But in the second half, it was all Pearland as they set forth a tidal wave of offense and then, of course, defensive turnover recoveries.
Yeah, no question. 1 point ball game at halftime. And the second half, College Park just shot themselves in the foot, Charles. You cannot fumble back-to-back fumbles, and Pearland took advantage of it with the 2 80-yard plays, and then an interception when they were right down on the goal line going in to score. That just takes all the wind out of your sails, so to speak. So the entire second half was all Pearland, and maybe warmed down a little bit, maybe had a little more talent than this team was 3-8 last year, trying to come back. Pearland always up there with a great football team, but first win goes to Pearland, and a typical football game. When you make turnovers, you lose football games.
Yes, sir. By the way, the Pearland Oilers next Friday night will be at Tully Stadium taking on the Spring Branch Memorial High School football team. We saw Spring Branch Memorial's scouts up here this evening. They were nice, helping us out just a little bit and bringing us some coffee a time or two as well. Now, next week, we will be broadcasting the Battle by the Bay with Texas City versus Lamarck next Friday night. That'll be on our sister station, AM 950. Tomorrow night, we'll be on AM 950 with the Causeway Clash between Lamarck and Ball Iron. Both of those games, Coach, Donnybrook's in Southeast Texas.
Yeah, big rivalries. Lamarck, Galveston, Ball, that's been a rivalry for how many years, Charles? You know a lot better about that rivalry than I do. That's been going on for 50 years or so, it's a long, long time. The same thing with the Texas City Lamarck. Those are the kind of inner-city rivals that makes high school football really outstanding. But back to the ball game tonight. And the right kind of win you want to start off with. Not particularly great play by Pearland. Enough that they got the win. Enough that Coach Heath is going to have a lot of rooms to criticize and show we need to improve on this. We got to get better at this. We can't play like this if we're going to continue to get in, do a good job. So perfect kind of a coaching, teaching situation for Coach Heath. He's going to point out to him the fumbles, a few things that they did wrong, which is what coaching is all about. It's a win. And at the end of the year, they don't know how you won it, how many. But this one, you build on, you teach your kids, well, look at what we did in this situation. We didn't make that first down. We had a couple fumbles and kickoff. We gave the opponent good field position. Special teams, I think, will be a lot of emphasis by Coach Heath on kick coverage routine. They had some good returns. College Park made a lot of good returns against them. So he will take this as a teaching win.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, and we always learn something. I always learn something new from Coach Ed Biles, and it's an honor to be with you again tonight, Coach Miles. Charles McCullough here with you. Hey, we'll have the honor of seeing you tomorrow night, along with the genius Gerald, tomorrow evening down at Galveston Ball against the Lamarck Cougars on our sister station AM 950. But tonight, you listened to, and God bless each and every one of you in Jesus' name, our inaugural broadcast for the 2015 football season, where you hear CMC High School football right here on Sports Talk 790.